I took my cousin to her first independent show. She had been a WWE fan for a while. Our family is very conservative, so it was fun to explore an art form with her. And Effie was on the show, and she and I haven't talked about the fact that we definitely have a gay cousin, and it's just this thing that doesn't get talked about in our family, which is of 35 people. It's just this untapped thing. And Effie was on the show, and it was just really cool because it led to a conversation about the fact that we have a gay cousin and we hate that he has to feel uncomfortable at family functions. And it led to a really productive conversation, and we've talked to him since. But of all the things that would lead to acknowledging this unacknowledged thing and this very Stepford side of our family, I certainly didn't think Effie versus Chris Dickinson, daddy versus daddy, would lead to us having this really cool moment.
Well, let's start acknowledging it. And pro wrestling is the perfect time. I was going to say never was that a thing in professional wrestling, but professional wrestling has been known to have different pockets of the world on a show. I guess that is the whole point. Now, some of those stereotypes over the years have just been god-awful stereotypes, but maybe for the better, a lot of times for the worse, though. If we were talking about homosexual wrestlers and we were talking about booing them, for many years, the trope was you boo them because they're the bad guy, and they're the bad guy because they're doing homosexual things. And there has been people over the years, Cassandra was one of them, that being a homosexual is not bad because they are doing these kind of tropes that we have to boo them. And it's not just homosexuality, it's probably Samoan heritage, it's probably African Americans, the Russians of the Cold War, it's the South Africans, it's the Puerto Rican wrestlers. I guess for years that was reason enough to be a bad guy in professional wrestling. But thankfully, and I think there's a lot of wrestlers who use this as an example, I think maybe even for myself, Judaism a little bit, and for Effie, celebrating who he is as a person, and it's great. And not only that, bringing conversations out of going to a wrestling show, not only conversations, but progressive conversations. And I'm sure this is one of the reasons why Effie really enjoys doing what he does. He's so good at it. One of my favorite wrestlers. And I'm so happy for you that it's a start. Now, I don't know your background. I don't know your history. I don't know how far it's gone. But wrestling should be for everybody. And everything should be for everybody, including family reunions. So I'm glad pro wrestling could help start this, and I hope life helps finish it. And by finish it, I don't mean finish it. I mean inclusion for everybody. Hey, thanks for watching. That call was part of a whole podcast called Wrestling Anonymous. Listen to the whole thing weekly. Wherever you listen to your podcast, go subscribe. And while you're at it, subscribe right here on YouTube to Colt Cabana's channel. Thank you.